Hello, this is Nathan, and welcome to episode 2 of my podcast. Last week I did just saying things about what happened in the WWE and stuff like this. But as I promised you last time, I'm going to do a review now of this WWF magazine I got off eBay a few years ago from January 1996. And the cover is Gold Dust, and it says Marty Jannetty rocks on. You remember the name of Gold Dust. I'm going to look inside this magazine now and tell you everything that goes on in this program. You know, there's a picture of Jerry the King Lawler and Men Mountain Rock. Men Mountain Rock, I think, was gone from the WWF by this time, and it's cool to see him on the magazine though. And there's a picture of Tom Cruise and rookies to legend, heroes to yesterday, today and tomorrow. Picture of Ahmed Johnson in. I never really saw him wear those tights now. You know, they're kind of red and greenish or red and yellow, and you got a problem with that urban trike for Super Nintendo. It looks cool. The strike core is back, and here's pictures here of Bam Bam Bigelow, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Goldust. And there's a picture of Alundra Blaze. She was gone from the WWF by this time. She left in December of 1995, and she put the women's title in the trash. And there's a picture of Avatar, Al Snow. Yeah, Avatar, what's up with the mask? And there's a picture there of Shawn Michaels and Alundra Blaze. And there's a picture of Chris Candido, God rest his soul. And Sonny, Tamlin Sitch. Nice as well. Yeah, Alundra Blaze is nice as well. There's Bret the Hitman Hart with his son and his wife. There's a picture here of Bret Hart, the sharpshooter, on Isaac Yankem, who later would become Kane. And there's a picture of video game review, World Wrestling Federation video game review, Killer Instinct. That game looks good. And there's an old picture of the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, still rocking after all these years. And here's a few pictures of Marty Jannetty. And there's a poster of Marty Jannetty. And here's all the results from In Your House Winter Combat 1995. There's some pictures of Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, Chris Candido, Skip and Marty Jannetty, and Quebecer, I think, Jock, and Marty Jannetty. And here's all the results from In Your House, October 22nd, 1995, Winter Combat. There's Fatu versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Smoking Guns, Federation Tag Team Champions, versus the Razor Ramon and 1-2-3 Kids. And here's a picture of Goldust versus Marty Jannetty. This is Goldust's debut and Marty Jannetty's return to the WWF. King Mabel versus Yokozuna. God rest his soul. God rest both of them, actually. Yeah, they're both gone now. And there's a picture of Razor Ramon and Dean Douglas. Razor Ramon went on to defeat Dean Douglas that night for the Intercontinental Championship. And Shawn Michaels had to surrender it for getting beat up in a nightclub. That was sad. 1995 was kind of an emotional time for Shawn Michaels. He had to give up the Intercontinental Championship. And did a tribute song to him, hoping he'd come back, called Tell Me a Lie. That's pretty emotional. And the main event is for the World Wrestling Federation title, the British Bulldog Big Daddy Cool Diesel champion versus British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith. God rest his soul. This was Davey Boy Smith's first title shot, I think. Yeah, he became a heel because he was whining saying that he never gets a chance at the WWF title. But then he became a heel. Davey Boy Smith, the heel persona kind of suits him for the time being. And yeah, everyone loved him as a babyface as well. I'm a fan of the British Bulldogs. God rest his soul. And I watch him sometimes on YouTube. I watch some of his matches with the Dynamite Kid, where they fought against each other and they also teamed together. And around this time, Dynamite Kid didn't speak to Davey Boy Smith for a few years, over their breakup of their tag team, but they were still family. They were still cousins. God rest the two of them. And here's another picture of the British Bulldog and Diesel. And here's pictures of Goldust. Remember the name, and you will Goldust. And there's Goldust again. And here's a picture of King Kong Bundy. He in October of 1995, he guest appeared on the TV show which I love, Married with Children, starring Ed O'Neill, Katie Segal, Dave Faustino, Christine Applegate. Christine Applegate, I had a huge crush on her around. The first time I watched Married with Children on telly was around 1997, when it first showed on Sky One. Yeah, around the late 90s, a lot of good shows were on Sky One: Married with Children, Friends, and of course The Simpsons. And in the early 90s, you had shows like Power Rangers. I missed Power Rangers being on Sky One around this time, but things change. But again, yeah, here's a picture of King Kong Bundy and Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy. Ed O'Neill, yeah, Al Bundy, he was the man. He was the coolest TV dead ever. There's no other deads that are cooler than him on TV. And there's a picture of King Kong Bundy with David Faustino and Bud Bundy dressed as the Bumblebee. Flight of the Bumblebee, that was the episode of Married with Children. It premiered in October 1995. It was a great episode of us. And they actually got the name Bundy from King Kong Bundy, not Ted Bundy, for some of you who might be confused. It was actually King Kong Bundy where the producers got the name Bundy from. And yeah, Slammy 1986 awards. And here's black and white pictures of George the Animal Steel at a house show when it was Bret Hart versus Jerry Lawler, and George Steele was in his corner and Isaac Yankem was in Jerry Lawler's corner. And here's more pictures. George Steele ripping a turnbuckle. Here's Sid, Psycho Sid, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And here's a recording with Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, Razor Ramon, The Undertaker, and I think that's Man Mountain Rock, and there's Paul Bear. It shows, for many people who didn't see behind the scenes stuff back then, this is one of the pictures that shows it. Like they're really friends in real life, the wrestlers, and everything, of course, is an act. Even I know that now, And here's more pictures of British Bulldog and Red Radford, who was Louis Piccoli, God rest his soul as well. And there's Bret the Hitman Hart. And we're near the end here. And just to leave off, here's all the videos you collect at the time: In Your House 3, SummerSlam 1995, WrestleFest 95. I hope to get the 3Ds off eBay or Amazon when the lockdown is over, when COVID dies down. Anyway, that's it for today. That's all the WWF January 1996 magazine I can read for you. And the next time I promise to do a review of whatever's on telly or a new WWE magazine that I got in Ennis on Saturday. So I'm going to leave it for now, and hope you have a good day. And